Hi, I'm Feng and I will be presenting our paper today. When you come to ACL, you might go to the Bloomberg booth to see one of the terminals. People pay a lot of money to see carefully curated information explaining who bought whom, scraped from newswire data. Another organization that does this is the National Consortium for the Study of Terrorism and Responses to Terrorism, who maintain a global terrorism database. We'll work with them to figure out how much AI could speed up their manual pipeline of annotating events. The first step is to group documents by the topic. Then, for every topic, we want to extract the date, the protagonist, what happened, and so on. This two-stage process is what GTD does. The first step is event set creation, and the second step is called variable coding. In event set creation, we evaluate how well models can group events. Intuitively, we just prompt the language model to give a binary prediction. A lot of articles contain multiple events, so we have an optional step to ask the model to split the documents into snippets before classification. Another option is to encode the documents and compare the cosine similarity of embeddings. We first find a threshold that best separates documents mentioning different events. Then we apply it to our data. The above methods are all pairwise, which can be inefficient for a large amount of documents. So we apply an algorithm that combines k-means with embeddings. We iteratively cluster the embeddings and calculate the centroids using model-generated summaries that serve as new centroids. Here is what human annotators see when they are creating the event sets. Besides the detail of an article, they also see similar articles attached by TF-IDF. However, these attached articles are hardly helpful. In contrast, using embeddings yields the highest precision. But recall is more important because annotators must see a comprehensive list of relevant articles in the downstream to ensure the quality in case something goes wrong. Despite sharing lots of identical event sets with experts, the best method has a recall far from expert annotations, not to mention its inefficiency. The more efficient method has a lower recall and barely agrees with humans on event sets. Nevertheless, they're still useful showing annotators similar documents where TF-IDF fails to distinguish articles. Now, moving on to the second stage, where annotators extract variables using article content. Here is an interface screenshot of them doing this manually. We want to know if this step can be autonomous, and if not, if language models can help annotators. And here is what our annotators see when they have access to the model-extracted variables. The experimental conditions range from fully human to fully autonomous. And our first research question is whether having access to model-extracted variables reduces annotation time. And the answer is positive. Overall, having access to those variables reduces 25% of annotation time. When humans and models find identical articles for an event, the time reduction is 47 seconds. Our second research question is, when annotators have access to model-extracted variables, how often do they use them? This varies. The chart shows how frequently annotators select the model-extracted variables. For easy ones like country, models are very helpful. However, for some variables like location, models are not as helpful because they do not know how specific the variables should be. Finally, we want to know if the annotators are subject to automation bias, so we compare human-AI agreement with interhuman agreement on the answers. And we find no evidence of annotators over-relying on language models for the answer for the time reduction, regardless of metric choice. We presented the case study for integrating language models into a holistic annotation pipeline. Although language models are helpful in both stages by finding more similar documents and showing reduction in annotation time, they're far from replacing trained human annotators to generate high-quality data. Feel free to check out the paper for details, and thank you for watching the presentation.